ice. And a cube. Probably not what you expected when you clicked this video. Also, this is not sponsored, but it's technically correct. Anyway, you're probably wondering how I made that, or this. But fear not, I will wonderfully show you that in Blender now. And there we are in Blender, and the first thing that you are going to do is, of course, delete the default cube. Because we all know that thing is the spawn of the devil and it's not good. So after we've done that, we're going to add a cube because ice cubes are, well, cubes made out of ice. Yeah. Anyway, the thing is, of course, normal ice cube, you can see that is not completely, a perfect cube. You can see that. So first thing we're going to get is make the edge a little bit, round. We can see that here perfectly. We can see that. You have a little, curve there. So we're just going to add a beautiful bevel modifier because, it's beveling. So let's make that perfect. It's looking fine. And apply that thing. So that's looking decent. And maybe let's add a subdivision surface because why not? It's definitely perfect. That's no way better. My PC will probably explode after that, but everything for the tutorial. Anyway, I'm going to add now displacement because, yeah, we're going to need some clouds. You're probably wondering, why do you need clouds for a cube of ice? Well, I'm going to tell you, you're going to see that in just a second. So look at that, we have that, but we don't want that. So we're going to create a new texture, but not that kind of. It is looking interesting, let's say that. So let's click here. And we're going to use a beautiful cloud one. This still is not perfect, but we're going to adjust that a little bit. So the size, we're going to make it a little bigger. Let's make it like that, 0.67. Wait a second, we have to also, I completely forgot that. We have to subdivide that thing, so we have more surface area for our beautiful clouds. And you should probably do that before. It can take some while because we now have, subdivided this thing here, which can mess up everything. So I think I'm just going to make the display. Probably just make just a new. Let's make just a new cube. Yeah, this is just like a bunch, like 10 times x16. How much is that? How much do we have now there? 16x. What else? 10. Yeah, 160. And that's probably a little bit too much. So let's just make it again. There we go. This time we have 18. This time we're going to beautiful subdivide that for x10, and then we can apply the bevel. This is looking way better. We have only like 18 there instead of 160. So let's make another subdivision because it's looking nice. Yeah, it's definitely making a difference, 100%. So let's add the displace again. Going to make a new one, and we make some clouds. It's looking a little better. We have it not only on here, and we are going to have it everywhere. So let's say make it bigger. How about 50? Yeah, a little bit more. How about we are going to make it 70? Also, smooth. Yeah, it's still looking like a weird blob of something. I don't know. Could be a rock or something. But of course, we're going to scale the displacement a little bit down. So yeah, that's looking good. So we just have a little bit of curving because, as you can see on the real ice cube, that thing is not perfect. You can see that it's bended and ribbling. Yeah, that's definitely a word. We can see that here perfect. That's definitely not a normal line. We can see that here. It's not perfect. Also can see beautiful air inside, but we're going to do that at last. So we're going to have now a very strange tube, and now we're going to add, of course, a beautiful material. We're going to call it ice. And if you're wondering how you will get everything we're going to use in this tutorial, in my Discord I will put everything. I think I already did that. So we're going into my beautiful Discord. Look at that. I put the beautiful normal map we're going to use later, and a beautiful ice cube blender, because this one was my test file I used, where everything is perfectly named and sorted. Not like I will probably do here. So if you want stuff like that, go and drop in. Link is in the description, and get your stuff for free. Also, see when the stuff is live and stuff like that, and you can talk to me and ask me questions. But let's go. The thing is, cubes are made of ice.
Unfortunately, we don't have ice, but we have glass. I mean, I'm personally, diffuse one, no, it was a glass one. I personally still think that everything in Blender is made out of just styrofoam, but we're going to make it out of glass. I mean, of course, you will hopefully not try to eat these. But, you know, otherwise make a beautiful round. There we go. Scale down a bit. There we go. Look at that. Lights. Yeah, lights. I mean, technically, just use a beautiful HDRI, but nah, we're going to do a beautiful, very easy 3-point lighting, which probably, well, it's not glowing. Yay. Which is definitely very poorly executed by me. So we're just going to dip. We're going to press Shift N, but first we should probably activate that, and so you can see what actually I'm doing. So you can see in the bottom right corner. I don't know if my face is in the way. Probably. Let's take a look. Nah, it's fine. It's if it's in the way, it's probably bad. So let's just change it. Right, left. Now it's on the left. Now you probably can see it. So also, how much is that? That's like not a lot. 150. Come on. 500. There we go. You're going to be pointing towards that thing as well. It's fine. Also, please also 500, because it's like not a little pointy lamp. It's like we have to get some beautiful lighting. So we're going to add another one because I'm pretty much lazy and I want like to rotate that thing. There we go. Perfect. 3-point lighting still the wrong way, but it should be fun. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It's just for the tutorial. I'm gonna scale it up a bit, and it's fine. I think also this one, maybe I'll make a bit more still. 10, 500. I'll make it 1,000. Maybe more. That's the camera, so that's not a lighting thingy. Yeah, make 1,000. Look at that. It's now a lot. I mean, we could, so yeah. The thing is, we also have a beautiful bluish color in ice cubes. I mean, not in real life, but people think ice is blue, which is technically not true, but also technically true. So you're just going to use the world, because you don't have anything else. So we're just going to make a little bit blue here. It's looking decent. Of course, you can just make the lights or just give it a little bluish color in the shader, but we're just going to use that because I'm lazy. Also, we're going to give ourselves a compositor and get yourself a little denoise so we can actually render it easily. Or maybe not going to render anything because I have some beautiful pre-made stuff. Not pre-made, but you know, my testing stuff, and I can show you. So there we go, perfect. So let's modify that ice cube because right now it is not looking like we like. I mean, technically it's looking like ice. First of all, our ice has an IO of 1.39, I think. Should be right. So if you take a look here, you can see there, it's not really looking. I mean, of course, some of them look kind of that, but you can see here there are some cracks and everything. So we're going to do that first. Also, hi, that's my OBS, perfect. Yeah, I only have one screen, I'm sorry. So the thing is, I made a bunch of test stuff with a bunch of how to make this actually look like anything. So right now we are at this stage, so we can see we have nothing else. We just have the diffuse map. So I mean, don't worry, it's definitely looking like this because, well, cycles, bad PC. So we're going to have right now this, and now we're going to add some bumps. So the thing is, I searched for just ice bump map, and then you go to first, and going to choose the first normal map and downloading this. I mean, this also in the Discord if you want that thing, but just let you know where I got that thing from and not asking me again like last time. So we're going to edit. Look at that, perfect. Isn't that beautiful? We have now an image texture. My phone is saying me, hey, 15%. You should probably charge me or I will explode or something. So I'm just going to put my phone on mute or something. Yeah, I know, I'm very professional. Isn't that beautiful? Professional in person. So there we go. Stop being annoying phone. So where was I? All right, we're going to add now a bump map. There we go, bump map. There we go. We're going now to connect that stuff in order to get a little bit more. How do you call that? Yeah, I mean, English is not your first language. What do you call that? Wrinkles? I don't know, wrinkles. I also don't know the German word for that. So, yeah. Anyway, we're going to just call connect everything. This is going into the height. This one isn't going to the normal. You can see we have now a bunch of wrinkles. I'm just going to call it wrinkles. Yeah, we think I'm going to just render that thing. So just stay tuned. And there we have it. That is looking like a lot of wrinkles. Also, you cannot no longer see through it. So we're just going to decrease the bump by a bit. Like make it like this. Also, we can see the background. We're going to use the background one, and we're going to decrease this as well. So let's go for around that. Make a little bit less. How about let's make it like this. So let's go back into my beautiful rendered. So we're going to add, I think, let's see, where's the bump? So we're going to add the bump, which means looking like that. We can see now here we have those little wrinkles, making it a bit more realistic. And now we're going to add some cracks into that. We're going to do that with the Voronoi texture and the noise texture. We're going to add a Voronoi texture. So if you don't know what the Voronoi texture is, it's looking like this. Yep, look at that. We have a bunch of cubes. You also can make beautiful black and white. Yay! You're going to use a black and white one. And of course we have a noise one. I mean, noise is pretty much self-explanatory, but I'm going to show it anyway because, well, it's noise. Look at that. We also have color noise. Look at that. It's coming in color. Look at that. It's colorful. And anyway, we're going to put them together with the bottom one with a bunch of mixed notes and make some beautiful cracks, which then you can, of course, see on the surface. So first of all, give me back that. So we actually have something to look at. So we probably just make like that. We're going to look at this one. There we go. Now you can see that, and yeah. I don't know why people always have this stuff like here and then there. I like to have like that and my notes on the bottom, but I think this is probably just stuff. So we're going to take a look like that. So next up, I'm going to use some texture coordinates, of course, in order to say where the stuff should be, as well as some mixes and some color ramps to separate the beautiful colors and say which should be displayed and which not. So first, we're going to add a texture coordinate. There we go. So we're going to use the generate big one because generated the PC is going to make it fine. And then we're going to use our noise texture and plug it in there. And then we're going to mix. I don't know why, but if I make it like that and mix that with the generated already, it's somehow looking better. Don't ask me why. Anyway, I'm just going to connect that so you can see what it's looking right now. So look at that. It's colorful. And there we go, no color. So yeah, I don't understand everything in Blender. I'm probably just stupid, but yeah. Anyway, we're going to now plug the Voronoi texture in that. So we have this beautiful color mess. And now we're just going to say, hey, I don't want everything from that. So we're going to add a color ramp. Plug it in there. So look at that, it's black and white. I mean, technically I can just, because if you do like that, we have just this black and white thing. So we want this to have more. And also what we can do, of course, is scale that stuff a little bit. So let's make it 20. More detail, please. So we have now a little bit more contrast. Let's see what can we get here. Let's just stay with around 20. That's looking fine. We're going to use the Voronoi texture. We're going to switch that to distance to edge. And of course, no, nothing is happening. Well, maybe we should plug it in. So look at that. Now we have some beautiful cracks in here. It's not perfect, but it's working out. It's fine. It's fine. Let's make it up, and we can see the mix is making it so that we just have a couple of cracks. Maybe it just the last. We're going to figure out if it's looking good or not. So the color ramp, going to use that also maybe like that. Oh no, never mind. We don't have anything connected, so we're just going to beautifully, before we do anything, we're going to mix these. And then use the color ramp to do something so we actually can see what it's looking like. So we're going to mix that once again. So we want, I should probably just group these, but in my beautiful file you find in Blender, everything is grouped and named, you know, in beautiful notes and everything. So yeah, one is going in here, and you will go in there. Oh, okay, they're not. Then you will go, come on, go in here. Perfect. You will go into the normal one, and yeah, look at that, it's black because we don't have anything except that. So I'm going to put you in the height, and yeah, it's looking, I don't know what's it looking like. It's looking like ice cube, maybe maybe like maybe some wool or something, but that's not the stuff they want actually, so let's put it in there. Oh, never mind, I put it in the wrong one. There we go. Still, it's black, and you not go into the height, please. It's looking better. It's like, oh, it's looking like stuff, right? It's like, that's what it be. But now we have some cracks in here. But now we're just going to play around with the color ramp a little bit, so we can get bigger cracks or more prominent cracks and less. So let's go with something. I think I'm going to change that to the light blue we have here. So a little blue here, so we have blue cracks. Oh, right on. I want to change that. You will be black, and you, the white one. I should just switch that, but so there we go. I personally like to go with the, you know, not so prominent cracks. So go, which technically render this, it should look around, I think, around this. So we have, I mean, of course there's still air bubbles in here, so we have now a bunch more prominent cracks. We can see here little cracks on there. Of course you can play around to make it more prominent or not. Most likely you can do that here with where is it, this slider here, if you want more. Of course with that you can just play around with everything so you get a nice looking thing. So next up we're going to make some air bubbles, because yeah, ice cubes are not perfect, therefore we're going to, I think it was a good picture somewhere. It's a bit small. It's like, to be honest, if I search something to show you, there's never good pictures online. I mean, there you can see it. I mean, this is very strange. This is not, I think this is also a rendered one. This is definitely not a real ice cube. It's more looking like a metal object or something, like very hard. So I think if I'm going to throw that at a person, I will probably kill them with that. So we can see here there are a couple of air bubbles inside. This I mean, that technically I think they're just bags of water. What the fuck? Anyway, we can see here there are a bunch of air bubbles inside. Even though, I mean, is it technically an ice cube or not? Leave me alone. I just want to see the picture. No. Oh, I'm sorry. You cannot read this article except to pay or disable ad block. Okay, no, then I'm just going to see that. Maybe I have a bunch of air bubbles. So we're going to make a bunch of air bubbles. So we don't need this anymore. So I'm going to put this aside. You go back into this one, and oh, we cannot see anything. So we're going to make some air bubbles, and air bubbles are normally circles, not circles, but spheres. Circles with extra steps. So look at that, we have now a circle. We're going to modify this a little bit so it's looking like a little bit airdrop. So we're going to scale it on the z-axis a bit. It's looking like an air bubble, probably not. But we're going to scale that down, and the thing is we're going to put beautiful icy material onto that because it's still ice, you know. And so if you're now going to, I'm make it in big, so if you scale up and see, come on, settle down. We now have beautiful, a big ice bubble inside. We can see that. I mean, look at that. My PC is probably melting right now. PC, are you alright? Oh yeah, my PC is alright. Yeah, I'm of course, yeah, it's just a preview thing. Can I see? I mean, you can see that now. I mean, it's sticking out a bit, so we're going to move it a little bit inside. So we have now a big air bubble inside. We're not going with one big one, so Give me that sphere. So we're just going to scale that thing down. Also, I would like to see into that. So we're going to scale it down. I mean, of course, you can make that as much as you want. You can probably just write hello in something. We're going to modify them a bit. So they look all a bit different. There we go. Look at that. It's beautiful. I should probably done it before that. There we go. This is right now remembering on the one Final Fantasy X boss where you have this big glue which has one core, slime core in it. I mean, I think every slime, so there we go. I mean, this is a strange one, but here we go. We now have a bunch of air bubbles inside. You can see that in just a second. Hopefully we can see here's one. And there's one, So if you can see that, of course, in this one it's not looking good. The thing is, if you know, we can kind of look at Eevee. This is like, yeah, look at that. It's a block of ice. It's beautiful. So nice to see. I also have only 32, so the quality is not perfect right now. But of course, if you render that out, it should look like, you know, something like this. Maybe we have now air bubbles inside. Of course, the air bubbles, I must say, they are not perfectly placed. We can see they have the hole. We have one here, there, which also bad. So we have a bunch of air bubbles inside. And now we can, of course, put something inside. So let's see. It's we're going to apprehend something. We're going to import something from my stuff. Of course, you can put down anything. We can put a human inside. Some clothes, grass, some sprays. Oh, a strawberry. That's looking nice. Let's import a strawberry. Just complete everything. And I'm going to put it inside. Oh, it's a big one. Also import it because I'm lazy. I import also shit like camera. That's a little bit big. So we're just going to scale that down a bit. And yeah, you can see now it would look, if I ran it out, something like this. I mean, a good PC would be nice, like a very powerful PC. Something like this. You have now something inside, and yeah, we're now done. Isn't that beautiful? So yeah, I hope you liked it. Make sure to join the Discord. I would be happy to, you know, see more people there. There also is a wonderful weekly challenge. Also, I'm playing frames. There's a weekly challenge. Last challenge was create a robot. So we can see I requested something. We can see here Ponder made a little, I don't know why I said that, like, what's it called? Lego Duplo thing. And I personally, I made it on Monday. Normally it ends on Sunday. I made it on Monday in an hour. So yeah, I have a little shitbox here. That's from me. Unfortunately, we only have two people doing it. So yeah, we see we are 4 people, a bot and myself. So maybe at some point we get more. Of course, yeah, I hope you like it. If you have suggestions, you can put them in Discord or write them down below the video if you want something in longer videos, or say, yeah, come on, stick to your 1-minute content. So yeah, I hope you liked it. The birds are sleeping, and I wish you a beautiful day.